Hey y'all, it's Heel Heat time.
Hi everybody and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles and this is going to be a Backlash prediction show. Now the reason I'm doing this show is just a few hours ago, my good friend and fellow YouTuber, video maker extraordinaire, Paul Papa Pickett from Papa Pickett Gaming challenged me to this contest, a prediction contest. I'm going to make a video, he's going to make a video. We're going to compare our predictions. The person that gets the most number right is going to be the winner. Now the winner will have to post the loser's results video on their page. Simple enough, correct? We have a tiebreaker just in case we both get exactly the same amount right. And we'll get into all that right now on this show. First up, we're going to start with the pre-show match. Ty Dillinger versus Aiden English. I see Ty picking up the win. I really don't think they're going to do much with Aiden English now that he's not with the Vaudevillains. I'd like to see where this temper tantrum gimmick is going, where the crying is going. Hopefully it builds for something different, because I do think he has some talent and he can be valuable. I just don't think that they're going to have Ty lose to him. Next up, we have a battle of former Wyatt family members, Luke Harper versus Eric Rowan. I see Luke Harper winning just because I believe Luke Harper is going to be doing bigger things. Potential for Rowan winning with either cheaply or some kind of shenanigans. But I'm going to pick Harper as my official prediction. Like I said, I just think there's a bigger upside potential for him. Speaking of upside potential, our next match is Baron Corbin, one of the guys with the biggest upside potential in WWE, versus Sami Zayn. I'm going to go with Corbin here. I know the losses piling up on Zayn are starting to hinder him. I think he could take one more. I think he works best as an underdog. Maybe loses this pay-per-view and gets his comeuppance next pay-per-view. But I just think it's not quite yet the time for him to beat Corbin. Plus, a win for Corbin over someone the caliber of Zayn is going to look better on his resume. Next up, we have the debuting Shinsuke Nakamura versus Dolph Ziggler. This is Shinsuke's first official match as part of the SmackDown roster. I don't see any reason why Shinsuke is going to lose this. I think it's going to be a Shinsuke win. Plain and simple. I don't see any reality where Ziggler wins. Only off chance is, like I said with Rowan, if there's some kind of outside interference or some kind of shenanigans that go on. But even with that, I don't think they let Shinsuke lose his SmackDown debut match. Just my opinion. Next up, we have Naomi, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair versus the Welcoming Committee, Natalya Neidhart, Carmella, and Tamina. I picked the Welcoming Committee in this. I expect Charlotte or Becky to either do a heel turn, probably going to be Becky because Charlotte's just recently turned back face. Or at least hint to it, let there be some dissension among the ranks. I see the heel team picking up the win, the Welcoming Committee. I think it's set up. It's almost a paint by numbers situation. We've seen situations like this over and over again, and usually that's how they play out. Next up, we have probably one of the few matches I'm looking forward to in the night, along with Ziggler and Shinsuke. Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles. This is a hard one to pick. It's hard for me to pick this one because I like both guys. I can see reasoning for both of them to win. I'm going to go with Kevin Owens winning, all based on the fact that he has new merchandise promoting him as the U.S. champion. I don't think they would do that and then have him lose that belt so relatively shortly after. He's already lost it once since the merchandise came out and then won it back from Jericho. But I don't think he's going to lose it again. I think the graphic they worked on, I think the merchandise, I think this is going to be one of those things where it's either going to be Jericho when he comes back that takes a belt from him, or John Cena that takes a belt from him. So I'm picking Kevin Owens to win this, and probably the hardest match for me to pick on the show. Next up, we have the Usos versus Breezango. I'm going to go with Breezango just for the fact that I think that the WWE is going to want to go in a different direction. To me, it's not a no-brainer, but with this being a competition, I got to pick a couple of them that are a little outside of the box. I would say this one's a little outside of the box. I could see them easily giving Breezango a short run with the tag titles, see what they can do with them. So I'm going to go ahead and pick them. And last but not least, we have the WWE Championship match, Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal. I'm going with Jinder. I don't understand how the push that got him here, I would have done it differently. However, as much as I like Randy Orton, and I think he's a great wrestler, one of the all-time greats in my opinion, this run's been a little bit stale, a little bit boring, and something fresh needs to happen. Now, with the rumor that WWE wants to push more into India, and that's why they're promoting Jinder, I could easily see them giving Jinder a run at the World Championship, or WWE Championship, sorry, and seeing what he can do with that. I mean, why not? You have a show full of star players like AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Shinsuke Nakamura, Sami Zayn, up and down the card. John Cena when he comes back, Randy Orton. So, giving the belt to Jinder, even if he falls on his face, you could easily fix that with any of those guys beating him for the championship, even a Baron Corbin. I mean, I see it as a potential win versus, or potential gains. And I see Randy Orton's at the point in his career where wins and losses don't matter. He's already established his legend. So he could lose a match like this to help bring someone like Jinder into the main event. So I'm going with Jinder. Probably going to be wrong, but in my logic it works. Now, before I go to the tiebreaker, I'm just going to do a quick recap. I'm picking Dillinger over English, Harper over Rowan, Corbin over Zayn, Shinsuke over Ziggler, the Welcoming Committee over Naomi, Becky, and Charlotte, Owens over Styles, Breezango over Usos, Jinder over Orton. And if there happens to be a tie, the tiebreaker, with it being in Chicago, is the number of times the crowd chants for CM Punk. And I'm going to go with 3. I'm going to go with 3 CM Punk chants. I believe that we're going to get one during the 6-woman match. I believe we might possibly get one during the Orton-Jinder match. And I believe there's going to be a random one in there somewhere. Somewhere there's going to be a rest hold where they just randomly chant it. So, go with 3 CM Punk chants just for the tiebreaker. And basically, that's my predictions. Good luck, Paul. I know you know, we're very close, so even if I lose, I'll be happy and gracious to lose to my good friend Paul. I think this is going to be a good challenge. Maybe we'll start doing this every month for every pay-per-view. Could be fun to do. Maybe we'll change the win and loss variables or going forward, but should be fun either way. Good luck to you, Paul. Thanks for challenging me, and check out Papa Pickett Gaming. I'm going to put the link down in our description here. Check him out. He does vlogs, he does gaming videos, obviously. Generally a cool guy, generally a fun guy. Check him out during his live streams. He plays anything from Madden, MLB The Show. I know he was doing some Injustice videos, and other stuff like that. Some really cool stuff. Check him out. Jump in on one of his live feeds. Tell him Heel Heat sent you. He'll be more than willing to accept you. If you're a person that likes that kind of thing, which I do, check him out. Give him a holler. Say, hey, I'm friends with Heel Heat. He sent me over here to check you out. He's gonna love you for it. Trust me, he's a great guy with who puts out great videos. He's actually the inspiration for this channel, being that me and him are such good friends. But anyway, I digress. I'm rambling on here. Basically, this is all I got to say on this subject. My name is George Coles, and this has been a Heel Heat Backlash production show.